What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Modest Mouse. Yes, indeed, Modest Mouse fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Michael Clark. And Michael wanted to see me react to this song by Modest Mouse called Ocean Breathes Salty. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Modest Mouse Coachella, okay? And the video has 15,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Modest Mouse Live, Ocean Breathes Salty, Coachella 2013, 2 of 10. So that's song 2 out of a 10-song set list. Okay. So they did their intro song, they did their opener, and let's see how they continue. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Right, 100%. It is soft. Man, I'm having a hard. I've got it cranked. Ooh. Oof. That's better. gosh, backing vocals are rough. I don't know if that's being done on purpose. Like, I don't know if the keyboard player there is intentionally singing out of tune, or if it's just, that's just how it's coming out. Either way, it does not sound good. Woo, boy. Ah!
I can fix anything, except that.
Very college radio. I think that's the best way to describe this song. This song's got college radio written all over it. Kind of got that Blind Melon / Spin Doctors, you know, / I mean, Weezer. Take any one of those bands that you always would hear on college radio in the late 90s, early 2000s. So you got it. I mean, this absolutely fits. Easy chordal progression to follow. It's not difficult. It sounds good. It's pleasing to the ear. It flows really well. Vocally, when he's singing by himself and he's projecting and he's got power and he's belting it, it sounds good. It actually, it's when he sings like that, in all honesty, it's probably the most impressive part of the song that I've heard so far. When he brings his vocals down, though, and he lets go of the power, he lets go of the projection, he just kind of sings along with it down here. It's not that impressive. It's not that great. I don't know. This whole song just kind of sounds mediocre to me. I will say this. I'm gonna say this last thing, and then we're gonna finish this out. There's no denying. There's absolutely no denying that they're playing live. I mean, clearly what we're hearing is live. I can't imagine any band would intentionally put out-of-tune singing into a lip sync job. I cannot fathom that. So obviously what we're hearing is live. That's good. That's good. Nobody can accuse them of lip syncing. So that's definitely a positive. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Oh. Well, that just happened, didn't it? This is gonna be interesting. All right, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Modest Mouse with Ocean Breathes Salty. This was a request from Michael Clark. Oh boy. This one was rough. I have a score. I'm not gonna lie, folks. We're under 5. We're down the negatives, but it's not as bad as you might think. Okay, it's not. We're not down in the 1s and 2s. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not horrible. It's not a travesty. It's not an atrocity. It's not a front against nature. But we're not even up in the positives, though. We're not even in the okays. So just giving you guys a little pre-frame so you're not shocked when you hear the score here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 4.1. Yep, 4.1. I believe me when I say this, folks, I don't take any pleasure in giving low scores. I really don't, but when the score is deserved, I'm going to give it. And this athlete deserves a 4.1. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 4.1. What does that mean? Okay, here's where I need Modest Mouse fans to really listen carefully. It's not as bad as you might think, okay? A 4.1 would translate to a not very good skill rating. So, yeah, overall, this presentation was not very good. It would also equate out to 2 out of 5 stars and a C- letter grade. It's still passing, okay? So, not passing by much, but it is still passing. So there you go, a 4.1, not very good skill rating, 2 out of 5 stars, and a C- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Oh, man. Really glad you asked that question. There's a number of factors that came into play here. The songwriting, it's very simple. It's very simple, very easy to follow with. I'm not going to sit here and go that the songwriting is mind-blowing, because it really wasn't. You listen to the song once, maybe twice, and you're going to have it. A very, very repetitive song, if I'm being honest. It got to... I'm glad the song was only like 4.5 minutes long, 4:40 or something like that. It was relatively short. If this had been a 6-minute long song, I would have been losing my mind. Honestly, by like the 5-minute mark, I would have been ready to just yank my innards out and toss them across the desk and say, I'm done. I've heard everything I need to hear. I mean, it was done well. Yeah, it's not like they were just playing one chord the entire time, but they really didn't have a whole lot of creativity when it came to their chordal progression or their notational selection. The most impressive thing about this, honestly, was the lead vocals. When the lead vocalist would bring up the power and he would bring up the projection and he would bring up the delivery, that sounded okay. It sounded pretty good, actually. But that was really the only thing. The bass playing, very simplistic, very rudimentary. The drumming, same thing, simplistic, rudimentary. But they were locked in. I will give the bass player and the drummer credit. They were locked in with each other, and they kept the pulse of the song going steady. It didn't like rush and then drag and then rush and then drag. No, they were steady. They were absolutely steady. I'll give them credit for that. The keyboard playing, again, just kind of filling out the sound, but even then, not even doing that really all that well. The biggest complaints I have about this are the backing vocals. Oh my good Lord. They were hard to listen to. They were wrecking the song for me. Just consistently out of tune. But the thing is, they were, okay, the backing vocals were consistently out of tune, yes. But to varying degrees. Sometimes it was just a little out of tune, and other times it was a complete half step apart. I mean, there were times where it was so cringe. It was like nails on a chalkboard.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that.
It was bad. It was really bad. The backing vocals, I don't even want to think about them. It makes my skin crawl. Now, if that's what they were going for, they were trying to intentionally, make your skin crawl by doing it and singing out of tune on purpose. Okay, well, that's great. Congratulations, you did it. I don't know why you would want to do that, but they succeeded. I don't think that was intentional, though. And like I said, the main reason I say that is it was inconsistent. Now, if it had been intentionally a half step apart, the entire song, that I could say, okay, that's intentional. They're like the song from Pearl Jam, the song Black, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do's. I made the comment in that reaction that if they're doing that on purpose, and I think they are, that's brilliant because they're going to make that memorable. Well, this is very similar in style, except the fact that it wasn't consistent. It was all over the place. Sometimes the backing vocals were right in tune, and other times they were a half step apart, and all points in between. There was no consistency. There was no way I'm going to believe that they were doing that on purpose. I'm sorry. I just don't buy it. On top of that, you've heard me say this thousands of times, the live show. A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, the live show absolutely hurt. Let's go down the checklist. Stage presence, not really. Nothing they were doing really, drew any attention to them other than the lead singer. The lead singer kind of looked like he was a performer, but the rest of the band looked like they were audience members or stage hands, like crew members. They didn't look like performers. I really can't say they had stage presence. Stage energy? No, not really. Nothing they were doing really created any kinetic energy on stage. There was the one guitar player over on stage right. I think I saw him moving forward and backward a little bit here and there, but that's really it. Stage interaction? None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Crowd interaction? Zero. Zilch. Nada. That's the big one. Showmanship? Zero. Zilch. Nada. I mean, seriously, out of the 5 box, they only checked 2, and one of them was weak, to say the least. I mean, no, both of them were weak now that I think about it. So that absolutely hurt. Yeah, their stage show absolutely hurt them. I know people are going to be in the comments going, well, what do you expect them to be shot out of a cannon? No, I'm not expecting people to be shot out of a cannon. I'm not expecting cartwheels. I'm just expecting some effort. How about just some effort? Especially when you got guys who aren't even on microphones and they're just literally going to stand there with their feet rooted into the ground like the bass player was. Of all the people who weren't moving around, the bassist. You serious? I'm not feeling this, man. I was not feeling this performance, the live show whatsoever. Take that into consideration along with the song itself and the vocals. Dear God in heaven, the vocals.
We'll tear your soul apart.
This is how I'm coming up with a 4.1. It's not the worst thing I've heard on the channel. No. There are far worse things I've heard on the channel than this. But I couldn't, with a good conscience, put this up in the 5s. This had to go down in the 4s. It's not the worst, and it's not even the end of the world. It's still getting a C- rating, so it's not failing, but yeah, it's still passing, but not by much. So yeah, 4.1. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in the shiniest bow we can possibly find. It's getting a 4.1, which is a not very good scale rating, 2 out of 5 stars, and a C- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.